Yeah, you're definitely going to need some space. So first up is Storage Shed. This is by DMI 20mm Normandy, 5.16 megabyte on the download. And you're going to find both of these, as you can imagine, under sheds. Now, they're both the same-ish. Yeah, they're both going to cost you 125 grand, but the difference between the two is going to be the texturing on the outside. So you've got sort of, well, what we'd call it in the UK, potentially a pebble dash. Yeah, that sort of thing. Or you got these smooth concrete wall versions there. Now, there is some options to customize if you fancy it. So you go into there, you can change the color. Obviously, if you've got the unlimited color mod on, it's going to change all the green bits to whatever you like. Now, once you've got them down, they're both the same, let's face it. You've got that door that opens up like that. Then you've got that door that opens up like that. And then once you're inside, you do have the option there to turn the shed lights on. Yes, you can see what you're doing in the dark. Alright, fair enough. I mean, I think tall things, yeah, you might struggle with, especially if you've got like a big harvester with a mower top on. Yeah, you might struggle. But that being said, plenty of space inside. I think I'd go for the old pea shingle in the UK. Right, next up is Package Mega Silo. This is by Lost Gamer, 21.3 megabyte on the download. And the name doesn't do it justice because, yes, it's huge, a huge mega silo. So in a construction mode, and there is 4 different versions. So this is the largest one. It's going to hold 10 million litres. We then have the second one, which is going to be 6 million litres with one less bin on the side. We then got a third one, which is going to be 4 million litres with obviously 2 missing bins. And then the smallest one on the end is going to be 1 million litres with the 2 bins. Now, you do have a customization on all of them. So you click on there and you've got exposed brick walls. So where the hopper is, where you put your stuff in, you can have it as like that, or you can have it as a concrete wall. And then if you come down to the colours, this is going to do all the, framework? Yeah, all the guardrails, that sort of thing. So if you click on there and then obviously put whatever colour you like on, it's going to change all those bits. But that being said, I mean, obviously the biggest one, was it 10 million litres? Yeah, I mean, we have got silos, you know, you've got your loading in point just here as well whilst we're here. I mean, we have got other silos that have a smaller footprint, but if you wanted to go down that whole immersive route, you know, properly, this is what it's going to take to hold like 10 million litres. You know, you're not going to be able to hold that in something the size of your garden shed. I mean, you've got your taking out point just there. So if you are for the immersiveness, the real world sort of style of gameplay, yeah, this will do you nicely. You're just going to need a lot of space. Right, next up is Industrial Sawmill. This is by Gaming Joy, 30.04 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find them, well, first off anyway, it's going to be found under factories, production chains, whatever you want to call it. So we've got 2 versions here. We've got the 10 grand one, which is going to be your industrial sawmill. We've then got for £50 extra the auto version. We'll come back to that in a minute. Now, obviously, we've got a couple of other things here as well. Now, they're going to be under sell points, which is it's a little bit interesting. So, first one is going to be your sell point for your wood. All right, no problem. We then got a buy point for your wood. Interesting indeed. And then we've got this one on the end, which is a buy and sell point. Oh, fair enough. Now, all these do have the option to have the standard green and orange, or you could change the colour. You could have the old trusty and rusty version. Entirely up to you. Now, obviously, the standard one, yeah, you got your pallet spawn points up front. You got your sell wood icon. Drop your wood in there. Then, obviously, you got your production chain menu. You're going to be doing your planks long, your planks, and your wood beams. And then this is very interesting because it's wood delivery. So you drop the wood in, and it puts the wood out. No problem. So what you could do is put that, if we go into there, onto delivering, well, yeah, distributing, that's the word. Put it on distributing. You can have this in the middle of your woods. You can have your sawmill across the other side of the map, and it's just going to take it straight up there. Oh, that is all right. That is all right indeed. Now, obviously, these both are going to be working the same. You got your wood chip taking out point at the other end as well. But this one, you don't have the sell wood icon. So what you do is just drop your wood on there. It's going to take it straight in. That's the auto part of it all. Alright, fair enough. Now, when it comes to these, obviously it's the sell point is the sell point. I mean, you have got the sell wood trigger just there on that one. So obviously dump your wood in, sell your stuff off. The buy point, you come over here, you can buy some stuff. It's a bit like the warehouse. So you get your planks long, your wood beams, your wood chips, and your prefab walls. So obviously it's going to be buying stuff primarily from the old wood situation. But, you know, that's great. And then obviously you got the buy and sell points. You can buy the stuff, you can sell the stuff all at the same time. And to be fair, the old trusty but rusty one, that's looking alright. I mean, that whole thing though, with the old distribution on the wood, put this down in the middle of the woods where you're doing your login, and it just sends it straight to your sawmill. That is ace. Right, next up is Storage Rack. This is by Dylandia. 1.2 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find them under silos. Now, I've got two versions here. So you've got the double width and extra height, to be fair. 4,000 capacity, well, 4,000 to buy 40-piece capacity. And then we've got for £3,500, we've got another 40-piece capacity, even though it's the same size. Interesting. Well, it's the same capacity size, a different physical side, but all right. So you drop your stuff in at the front, you then got your taking it out point just there. So obviously, you know, turn off or turn on free place mode, put them inside the building, and you're away. And next up is Vehicle Shed. This is by Deere Modding, 3.25 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it, as you can imagine, under sheds. Now, it's going to cost you 120 grand to buy. There is no customizable options. It comes as it is. So I hope you like the burnt orange colour. We'll go with that anyway. So you got your gate that opens up like that. And obviously, we've got another one down there. And that is interesting because I thought it would have levelled out the ground, but it sort of hasn't. Okay, fair enough. I mean, we've got this door down that side, and we've got this door down the end as well. There we are. We've got a light switch down here, so we can turn the lights on with B. Oh, that's quite bright. I mean, nice sloping roof, nice windows on the outside, some skylights as well. Got plenty of natural light in there as well. That's all right, that is. And next up is Lizard Spyder 360. This is by Pizermic 23433, 6.04 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under Windrowers. Now, it requires 35 horsepower from your tractor, 3.6 metre working width, and a 9 mile an hour working speed for 9 grand. You then got your option of stickers. You got 1, 2, or 1. You then got 1 in triangle, 1 or 2. So it puts it on the front or on the back. Right, fair enough. Then you've got your tarpaulin cover, which is going to be that bit on the end, isn't it? Let's have a little look. Didn't really seem to change colour, to be fair. What about... Oh, it's on the underside. All right, fair enough. So if we go for... Let's go for a red. Haha, there we are. So it does one side, and it does do the other. I mean, it's just the lights on that pink, but all right, fair enough. I mean, again, 3.6 metre working width. Yes, for your small farm shenanigans, but that's all right, that is. Right, next up is Lizard Tilt Attach. This is by NMC T-Bone, 1.27 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under Wheel Loader Tools. Now, this is ace. 3,050 to buy. You have the option to change the colour if you want to. But obviously, this is going to go between your wheel loader and the wheel loader attachments. And we've got one set up here. So obviously, you just pull up to it like that. There we are. Attach that. And then attach that to a implement of some description. When you got your usual wheel loader shenanigans and all that sort of thing, great. But LB and RB together, and then right stick left and right. A little bit of a tilt on the go. I mean, yeah, it doesn't recenter, so you will have to just nudge it into place yourself. But oh, that's ace. Right, next up is your Lizard Moscha Duo. This is by Dyson's Agro, 8.63 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under Slurry Tools. Now, this is an option. Yeah, if you've got a slurry tank and you think, you know, I'm going to get one of the boom hoses on the back, well, no, you could put one of these on the back instead. Yeah, it's going to be for your slurry and your digestate. 18 metre working width and a 10 mile an hour working speed. And it is going to require 80 horsepower from your vehicle. But 7,800, that's a little bit of an alternative to a drag hose. All right, fair enough. Right, next up is the Joskin TR270C3. This is by Dyson's Agri and Tommy. 15.61 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under mulchers. Now, this is going to require 75 horsepower from your tractor, 2.8 meter working width, and 8 mile an hour working speed for the low price of 7,200. Now, again, like we were saying previously with other pieces of small equipment, 2.8 meter working width, it's going to be for your small farming shenanigans, unless you've got a lot of time on your hands. But that being said, that looks alright, that does. Right, next up is the Summers Diamond Disc DT2510. This is by BC Bueller, 12.02 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under disc harrows. Now, this requires 300 horsepower from your tractor, 10.1 meter working width, 11 mile an hour working speed for 60 grand. You do have the option of main colour, so we'll go for the usual, because, you know, why not? It's going to do those bits, and then, obviously, your rim colour is going to do your rims. Alright, fair enough. I mean, 10 metre with a disc harrow. I mean, it only requires 300. That's not bad at all. And next up is the Horsch Terrano 3.5 FX. This is by Flab Modding, 4 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under cultivators. Now, this requires 163 horsepower from your tractor, 3.5 metre working width, if the name didn't give it away, and a 9 mile an hour working speed for 19.5 grand. There is no options, it comes as it is. But again, like I said before, 3 metre working width, small farming shenanigans, but that being said, that does look alright. I mean, if you're doing small farming, why can't you have nice stuff? Oh, that's alright, that is. Right, next up is the SRW 800 Stone Windrower. This is by Bartsonov 3.96 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under stone pickers. Now, not just the normal stone pickers, it's going to have a windrower more, so it makes it easier to pick up. That's ace. 20 horsepower requirement from your tractor, 2.5 meter working width, 4 mile an hour working speed, and 4 grand to buy. You do have the option to change the main colour, so we'll go for the usual, because why not? I mean, that's great. Yeah, stone picking is one of those things that, you know, you got to do. Nobody really likes doing it, so why not just make it a little bit easier on yourself? Right, next up is the Madara Agro Princess. This is by Eid123, 26.55 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find them on the disc harrows. Now, first up, we've got the Princess itself, 120 horsepower requirement from your tractor, 4 meter working width, and 11 mile an hour working speed for 25 grand. You have the option to change it up to a 5 meter working width, or that does increase the horsepower requirement to 150, or back to the 4 meter. You then got your roller, so you got your double disc, got your tube roller, or your double disc again. You then got your main colour, which is going to be obviously your main colour. You then got your chassis colour, which is going to be those bits. You then got your design colour, which is going to be your roller on the back. Now, if you didn't fancy having a 3-point attached version of this, well, they've got you covered with the KBD, the old tow behind. 150 horsepower requirement, 5 meter working width, and 11 mile an hour working speed for 32 grand. You can then change that to a 6 meter or the 5 again, entirely up to you. Obviously, a 6 meter, that's going to require 180 horsepower from your tractor. Now, again, you've got your double disc or your tube roller. You've also got a speed sign. Is that going to be on the back? Oh, yes, it is. There you are, 25. Fair enough. Main colour, chassis colour, design colour, it's going to be the same as before. And obviously, rim colour is your rims. Oh, they're all right. They are. Get a princess on your farm. And next up is the Lizard Bigbaglift. This is by Eid123, 3.01 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under miscellaneous. Now, if you ever move bags around, yeah, they can be a little bit tricky. So this is going to hook up to your 3-point and then obviously pick it up, no problem. It's going to cost you 2 grand. The only option is going to be to change the main colour. So do that. Changes all the framework. Oh, why not? Right, next up is the Selfmade Forage Trailer. This is by Michael LS, 1.13 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under wood transport. Now, Selfmade, it's only going to cost you £1,000. That's pretty cheap. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's not the biggest of trailers, but still, if you're getting started off doing a bit of forestry, say on like Silver Run, this would do you nicely. I mean, you've got your main colour, so we'll go with that. There you are, that does your main colour. Your rim colour is obviously going to be your rims. All right, fair enough. Right, next up is the Strautmann Magnon 530. This is by Gross Flacken Design Simon. I hope I got that pronounced correctly. 30.32 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under forage wagons. Now, it's going to do your usual silage, your chaff, your silage, your straw, that sort of thing. It's got a 50,000 litre capacity, 300 horsepower requirement for your tractor, 10-mile-an-hour working speed, and it's going to cost you 132.5 grand to buy. You do have the option of cover, yes or no. I like that. I like it when they put the Perspex covers on. That looks ace. You then got your wheel brands, Michelin, BKT, Vredestein, and then back to Michelin. You got some wides in there as well. Wides for the win, definitely. Rotor cover, yes or no. It's underneath, isn't it? So have a little yes. It doesn't seem to be changing much unless I'm looking in the complete wrong direction. It's not the one on the back, is it? Right, okay, let's have a little look inside. Rotor cover there. Yes or no? Oh, it's in there, where it comes in. Okay, got you. Rotor cover there, right, fair enough. Silage additive tank is going to be yes or no on the front. I mean, 50,000 litre capacity, that is all right indeed. Right, next up is the Strautmann Aperion 3401, again by the same modder. Gross Flacken Design Simon, 9.25 megabyte on the download, and again, you're going to find this under trailers. Now, it's got a 52,000 litre capacity, and it's going to do 90.5 grams damage to your wallet. But this is a standard trailer. It's going to do all your usual loose croppage on the go there. You do have the option of Trelleborg, Michelin, BKT, Vredestein, and then back to Trelleborg. And then you got unloading mechanics. You got design 1, spin it around the back. There we are. Design 2 or 1. It's not really changing much. I'd imagine, like the previous one, it's going to be inside. So let's have a little look there. So design 1, 2. There we are. Right, so you've got little helper rollers getting it all chucked out the back for you. Fair enough. And our last mod for the day is the John Deere S700 series combines. This is by Custom Modding, 82.71 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find all 4 of them under harvesters. Now, they've pretty much all got the same options on them. So we've got the S760, the 770, 780, and the 790. The main difference is going to be the horsepower. So we have got 333 horsepower. You then got 391, 473, and then 543 horsepower for the 790. So obviously we're going to go for the biggest one. Now, it's got a 14,100 litre grain tank on it, 24 mile an hour top speed, and we have, I'll just like to say this right now, if we go this way on the old wheel brands, we've got some tracks. always for the tracks. We've also got the John Deere tracks if you want to go for the yellow inner wheels. We've got some Michelins, and then we're back to the Lizard. But I think those, actually, no, go for the all black tracks. That looks ace. Oh, I like that. We've got a few different versions on the go. You cycle through whichever ones you want. I mean, they look pretty cool. But I quite like the old triangular ones. They look much better. They've got axle length on the back. So we've got your standard 128 inch, 132 inch, 136, 140, 144, 148, 150. How wide? How wide is this axle going? What's that? 152 inches. Wow. That is that's gonna corner a lot better, I must admit. Spreaders, so we've got your tailboard, we've got twin disc, power cast, and then your tailboard again. Exhaust, we've got standard, we've got Brazilian exhaust, and then standard again. We've got model year, so 2017 to 2021, 2022, sort of changed up the lights a little bit, and then back to the original one. Then you've got numbers, so we go from number 1 on the side there, and then it'll go all the way up to number 9. Oversized sign, yes or no. So where's it putting the oversized out on the back? There we are, no problem. Patriot plot. Now, this is an interesting one because you've got the side there. It's looking, John Deere colours, looking a little bit sparse, mind you. So you can put the USA flag on if you wanted to. You can put the Canadian flag. You can put the Brazilian flag. You can put the Australian flag. What you can't put is the UK flag because it's not on there. Oh dear, oh dear. Dear, oh dear indeed. You then got your windows, you got your standard, 25% tint, 50%, 75, and then back to standard. You then got attachers, so you got your standard, rear hitch attacher, so obviously helps you with pulling your header trailer behind, or standard. You then got grain tank. Now this is where it gets interesting, sort of it goes up and down on the old capacity. So you got static 14,100, static without top 14,100. You then got static with top 14,100. You then got carry big top 17,623, foldable back to 14,100. You then got the XL grain tank 16,210. You then got the tip-up grain tank for 19,733, and then the DW grain tank for 24,667, and then back to static. Yeah, just press left, it gives you the biggest one. There you are, 24,000. And then we got your 22-foot static pipe. I need to get some glasses. Static pipe 1, pipe 2, 26-foot pipe 1, 26-foot pipe 2, and I put my teeth in, and then 28 with pipe 2, and then 28 with pipe and extender, and then back to your 22. So you basically, it's the end. So you've got pipe 1 and pipe 2, there's a different spout on the end. Right, fair enough. So what we've gone here for is one sporting the Canada flag, to be fair, in a homage to the old ice hockey team that won the 4 Nations. Congratulations to them. Now what we have got is one great thing. If you do RB and right stick up and down, it's going to open all of them. All at the same time. You haven't got to mess about with one and then, change it to another one. It just does them all at once. That's ace. When you come around, do a little bit of tinkering, a little bit of cleaning, fixing it up, check the tension on the belts. I mean, we can go, oh no, we can't go up there, we're just gonna fall through. But all right, fair enough. That is ace. I do like that indeed. I mean, we do it again, RB and right stick down. It's just that it opens it up and then the ladder folds out as well. That is brilliant. Couple of updates as well. It's got water distributor by D3R Joe, with the fruit greenhouse by MTL modding team, the JCB Agri Loadall by Ross and Mods, the multi-fruit farm storage by Anthes, and we've got the Lizard TARDIS by Omatana. And the main thing with the Lizard TARDIS update is added a combine harvester, to be fair. We're having a quick little look at this because it looks pretty good. But the best thing about it is you've got normal capacity, which is 8,000. You then got M capacity, so medium, 80,000. You then got XL, which is 200,000. 200,000 litres on a sort of old school harvester. That is ace. And obviously you've got the harvester headers to go with it. But you got some speedier ones as well. So you've got 15 mile an hour on that one. And then you got your standard 6. You then got your 15 on your old corn header. But you've also got this 6 metre doing poplar. Oh, that is a great update.